Just hearing the name Pacific Ocean is enough to make anyone shiver. Imagine floating alone in the world's largest ocean, nothing but endless water in all directions, for over 14 months. And then, when you finally survive the impossible and reach home, you're sent straight to jail. This is not fiction. This is the unbelievable true story of José Salvador Alvarenga. Our planet is 71% water. That water is split among 4 vast oceans: the Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and the mightiest of them all, the Pacific. With over 165 million square kilometers, the Pacific could swallow every continent and still have room to spare. Most of it is just open water. Only a handful of islands exist, and many have never even been touched by human feet. So if someone vanishes here, searching for them is like looking for a needle in an infinite blue haystack. It all began in November 2012. Jose, a 36-year-old fisherman in Mexico, headed out on a routine fishing trip with a young co-worker. Just a 7-foot-long boat, a fridge, a radio, and a small engine. Nothing fancy. Just another day at sea. Their plan? Fish for 30 hours, return home. But fate had other plans. Just 120 kilometers from the coast, a massive storm formed on the horizon. A tornado was heading right toward them. They dropped their fishing nets to flee faster, a choice that would later haunt them. But after 6 hours of fighting the storm, the engine died, just 20 kilometers from shore. They could see land, but couldn't reach it. They radioed for help, and then silence. The battery died. The storm took over. Winds pushed their tiny boat deep into the ocean. Within just 5 days, they were 450 kilometers away from the Mexican coast. They had no fishing gear, no food, no way to send a signal. Hunger hit them fast. They tried catching birds that occasionally landed on the boat. They drank rainwater when lucky. When it didn't rain, they drank turtle blood to survive. Time passed. Days blurred into nights. And then months. After 4 brutal months, the younger man couldn't take it anymore. He gave up. He died right there, in the boat. Now, Jose was alone, surrounded by nothing but the endless ocean. One day, Jose spotted a cargo ship on the horizon. He screamed, waved his arms, tried everything. But the ship was too far. They didn't see him, and it disappeared, just like that. Imagine spending 6 months at sea, seeing no one, and then the only ship in sight doesn't even notice you. That moment broke him. But he didn't give up. By now, he had drifted over 8,000 kilometers across the Pacific. His clothes were gone. Only an old vest shielded him from the sun. His skin burned, his mind battered, but he kept floating. Then, on January 30th, 2014, after 438 days at sea, he saw a coconut floating nearby, then birds, and finally, land. Jose had reached Ebon Atoll, a tiny island in the Marshall Islands. As soon as his boat touched land, he jumped out and collapsed on the shore, kissing the ground. For the first time in over a year, he stood on solid earth. A local spotted him. Jose had tears in his eyes. After nearly 14 months, he had finally been found. When the authorities arrived, no one believed his story. 438 days? Alone? No supplies? It sounded like a fantasy. But when he called his boss in Mexico, who confirmed that Jose had indeed gone missing back in 2012, it all became real. But then came the twist. The family of his companion, the man who died, accused Jose of murder and cannibalism. They filed a case against him, claiming he ate his friend to survive. No proof was found, and eventually the case was dismissed. But the pain of being labeled a killer haunted him. Later, Jose released a book called 438 Days, where he described every moment of his journey. His story became a global sensation, a tale of human endurance, loss, and the will to survive against all odds. Without intending to, Jose had set a world record, surviving the longest time ever alone at sea. No one has even come close to breaking it. From a simple fishing trip to becoming a global headline, Jose's journey proves even when the world turns its back on you, hope floats. And sometimes, that's all you need to stay alive. What would you do if you were stuck in the middle of the ocean for over a year? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable real-life stories.